Craig from Arms and Armor today, and today we're going to take a little spotlight look at our Gothic Mace. Now, we've done a blog post about maces earlier, so this is just going to be a real spotlight on this particular piece and how we produce it and reproduce this piece from an original that is in the Walls collection in London. The piece in London is identified as A978 and is probably about 1470, 1480 as far as time period. It is a real close replica because we've actually replicated the head of the piece from a mold of the original. So the person who cut the little details and the nuances of this type of head did it in the late 15th century. It has a very nice shape to it. It's a very comfortable weapon. We run the grip at about 4.5 inches or so. The overall is about 20.5 inches. And it just is a very handy little weapon that looks great and feels really good in the hand. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at some of the details of it and talk about how the original and this one differ slightly and some of the aspects of what this kind of mace is like. So as we look at the detail on this piece, we see that there are 6 flanges. They each taper out from a very thin center thickness near the center of the mace head itself, and then flare out and end in these little flat areas that would help concentrate the force of the blow when it would hit a target. It's done with the nice trifoil cutout in each one of those 6 flanges, and you have some kind of architectural style detailing at the top and bottom of the head, which may be locking rings for the flanges if they are mechanically fit on the original, or if it is welded together or brazed together. There was multiple different ways that they would produce these in period. And then on the original, you have a copper alloy cap that we reproduce in steel because it's cast as one unit with the head itself. And then you have the hexagonal haft. Now the haft on the original would have copper alloy pieces running up and down as decorative strips on there. They're kind of rough looking, and it would be difficult to reproduce them exactly as they were kind of cut in by hand and such. We could do that as far as a very high-end custom piece, but in our reproduction that we just produced for our stock item, we leave that part out. We do have a grip here that is round, covered in leather. It has a hexagonal foreguard and then a circular back guard, and that does have a little piece of bronze alloy that is on there in the shape of the original from the piece. The reason our head is fairly accurate and, as you can see, kind of asymmetrical in spots is we produce it again from a direct mold from the original piece. It really has a great feel in the hand and is something that most everyone who likes impact weapons really likes. The actual cog or center of gravity on the piece is about 5.5 inches above the guard. Now that would be very kind of forward weighted for a sword, but as a mace, it feels really good in the hand. It's got a real feel like you could really make an impact on a target with this type of a piece. Some maces will have a heavier head balance and they almost feel a little too heavy. You get a very hammer type balance to them, but this particular one really feels like it's got the ability to move around, protect yourself, and be used as a very efficient weapon. So if you're looking for an impact weapon for your collection, our High Gothic Mace is one that's real popular with people who are interested in the 15th century pieces, and is a piece that not only is a great reproduction, has a real connection to the past with the head being molded directly from an original. So I hope you like this little look at the High Gothic Mace, and we look forward to making one for you.